Hello, wonderful viewers of Travelers Experience. Today we are coming to you with a new topic, but we need to refresh what we did last time. People are sold in Libya. People are auctioned in Libya. That was our last topic. We said, travelers, do not put your life at risk. Reason, because of what is happening in Libya, people are sold. People are being sold. People are auctioned as low as 300 euros. And we will have warned them not to sell or to auction anyone. In this modern time, nobody should be sold. Nobody should be auctioned. And it has come to stay. It must be. They have to listen to us. The world is all ears. Everybody is watching. Everywhere is ignited. And that is, we have warned them there in Libya, not only in Libya, in other places, somewhere in Yemen, somewhere in South America and through the Caribbean, people going to America. The smugglers are there, the traffickers are almost everywhere. But we are saying, seriously, in this modern time, this contemporary age, in this jet age, no one must be sold. No one must be auctioned. Because children are involved, women are raped. The same time they are auctioned. This is insane. Anyway, that is not the topic of today. But we're only trying to refresh your memory from what we dwelt on last week or some time ago. The topic of today is one of the reasons or one of the causes of migration, which we have taken our time out to check and evaluate one of the reasons why people are migrating, why people are becoming refugees, why people have become virus in the midst of fellow humans. This is the topic we are bringing to you today, and we said extreme poverty is one of the chief causes of migration, which poverty can make people to move, but that is not what we are trying to say. People must not move unprepared. You can also form a group within your country. If the government of the day of your own country is unreasonable, you form a group among yourselves to do something very important, very vital to keep the life moving. But the topic of today is what we tagged to be extreme poverty. As we rightly say, we're going to give you statistics of what is going on in the whole world. About 152 million people in the world need humanitarian aids. 115 million people lack basic health services. 94 million people lack water and sanitation services. As you know, 34 million people lack access to education. All these issues just need $23.1 billion just to solve these issues. If you must know, about 18.8 million people in Yemen need humanitarian services. We know Africa is barely third world nations. The superpowers, the number one economy, which is United States, and other world, the superpowers, they should join hands together, put heads together, and see to these problems. Because Travelers Experience, from our main office, our headquarters, we have predicted that migration will even double more in the near future because of system is polluted. Everywhere is hot, fight. Everywhere is having problem. Different kind of system is coming up. There is problem in Syria. There is problem in Yemen. There is problem in Iraq, Iran. Too much problem in every part of Africa. In South America, there is problem. In Europe, there are serious migration among the Europeans. I can mention somewhere from Poland, Hungary, just mention but a few. Migration are everywhere. People are migrating. 152 million people in the whole world need humanitarian services. 115 million people lack health services. Probably we are talking about Africa or some part of Asia or Far East. In Europe and America, it is quite reduced. What are we saying in essence? The superpowers, the number 1 to 7 major countries that are holding the whole world, as in the economy, should wake up and help the less privileged or third world countries, because that is where the migration is coming from. That is where the migration is coming from. Yes, I know that we know from travelers' experience that people are also traveling from developed countries, but not the way it is from third world countries. So that is why we are crying out. We are here to save lives. And that is why we are shouting every day for peace to be, for people to take their fellow human as human, not as an animal or trash, not even to auction or sell their fellow human. This is a modern time. This is a jet age. Slavery is over and must not continue. Anyone caught smuggling, selling, must face the music. And that is what we are saying. People must be careful what they do to their fellow humans. The whole of these issues we have mentioned above need just 23 billion to solve these issues, to clear the humanitarian service all over the world. If you must know, it is underfunded. 30% of the total funding is what we are seeing. About 70% are still to be put in place, to be put in this system to solve these humanitarian services. And we are shouting every day. We are making noise, crying. Sometimes everybody will be crying in our office. Look at people crying because of what is happening, because of how people are dying, because of how people are being raped, because of how children are killed. The most importantly is children are killed. You can imagine children being killed. Some are dropped in the water, some are dropped everywhere. The most annoying thing is those ones that are being auctioned. Do you know that people, some of the migrants right now are kept in a private homes from the smugglers to the real humans? Like the rich, the wealthy people, they buy nannies and maids direct from the smugglers. Though those ones, they eat good, they eat very well, they live in a good environment, but they don't have access to their people anymore. Just like they are sold. No more going out, no contact. They are there. They are there in those kingdoms. You can imagine you are coming from Africa to Libya. They auction you at the rate of 300 euros to somewhere in the island where nobody knows where you are. No contact. Even you as a refugee, even you as a migrant, you don't know where you are. When you are dumped in an island, no contact, you can imagine what we are talking about. We know that some of these wealthy people, they are involved in these smugglers, in this smuggling. They also aid the traffickers. They are the ones demanding most of the migrants. Outside those ones that are being auctioned, outside those ones that are being sold, it is itching the ear to hear that humans are still sold at this time of the century, at this time that we are in this modern age. People are sold. It is insane. And whoever that is selling a human is crazy and insane. It's not a human. That is why we keep shouting. We are getting serious feedbacks from what we are doing. We are getting feedback because what we are doing is good and nice. People like it. They support us. So we are saying right now that out of these statistics that we have given above, like the 36 most fragile countries around the world account for just 2.6% of the global GDP, but host 71% of displaced people. Those who are displaced, those who are persecuted in their own home countries, are just being taken care of. The whole world, globally, just about 30%. It is well underfunded. The humanitarian organizations should try. They are doing their best, but they should do more. They should try to do more. That is why the migration is so much. And we have predicted that if care is not taken, if these issues are not being looked into, more people are ready to migrate, because when they are not capable of handling their own situation, they will move around. They have to look a better place. Why they don't know that the place they call a better place is not a better place at all. So please, please, and please, for those who are auctioning their fellow human beings, it must stop. Must stop. As a spokesperson of Travelers Experience, this is what we are preaching. It must stop. Must stop. It must stop. It just has to stop. The world also, in general, the superpowers, are procuring ammunition to increase their armories. Just release about 1% of what you are spending to the humanitarian organizations so that they can fund the humanitarian services properly. It has been underfunded. People are still hungry. People don't have water to drink. Their environment is polluted. Very polluted. If you have an environment that is polluted, no water, the government of the day is full of instability, how can people survive? The world leaders should sit down in a round table and talk about this issue. It is getting too much. It is crazy. It is very crazy. For example, all those leaders in Africa killing their people, stealing the money, while their people are dying. Why then are you called the superpowers if you cannot organize the world? Why would you stand as number one superpower when the other rest of the world are suffering? The leaders are cheating their people, killing their own people, victimizing and humiliating them. It is getting out of hand. This is the right time. Otherwise, the migration will continue. If it is not good, if it is not taken care of, if it is not cautioned at this point in time, there will be more migration. Migrants will have a new system. If the other system block, they will open up a new system. But the best way is for the superpowers to sit down in a round table and discuss this issue amicably so that the migration could reduce. We know that it's not going to stop totally, but it could be reduced. So much fund is being put into this migration issue, into the humanitarian service, while the leaders of those countries could be cautioned and called to order. The earlier the better. They said if it is not taken care of, if they are not being cautioned, they will cause people to make movement. By so doing, they will flood everywhere. This is our own advice for today. Thank you so much for viewing us once again. The feedback we are getting is good and nice. We are happy with the feedbacks we are getting. People are supporting and people are sharing and liking our page. Thank you so much. Until we come your way some other time, you remain blessed. Keep sharing and keep viewing. Visit also our website, travellersexperience.com. Thank you so much and God bless. Thank you. Goodbye.